Hello and welcome back to the Cupcake Jemma channel with me, Jemma. I'm here in the Cupcake Jemma studio and I'm going to make my new favourite buttercream, Ermine Buttercream. Now this is a really silky smooth, beautiful pipeable buttercream. It's really stable in warm temperatures, so it's a great one to do if you're in a hot country. Now don't forget, if you like this video and this recipe and you want to see more stuff by us, then please do give us a thumbs up. Click on that little thumbs up guy down there. Not only does it mean a lot to me, but also I think it does help the algorithm to show other people this video, so please, it would mean an awful lot for you to do that. But anyway, Ermine Buttercream. Now it's taken me a long time to try this. I'd kind of heard about it over the years, and it's basically a buttercream that starts off with a roux, which I'm going to show you how to make, obviously. And as I said, it's a nice stable buttercream, but also I made it vegan yesterday really easily by just replacing all the non-vegan stuff, so the butter and the milk, with vegan alternatives, and it came out really nicely, and it came out really sort of silky. In flavour, it reminds me a lot of like creme mousseline or German buttercream, so quite custardy. So I think this is a really great one. Also, another great thing about this buttercream is you can play with the sugar ratio. So if you don't want it to be too sweet and you want to reduce the sugar that I'm going to show you, you can actually do that quite easily without compromising the texture too much. So it's a really versatile buttercream, and yeah, might be my new favourite. And I'm going to show you how to make it after this short message. Guys, did you know we have a bake club, and there is a really amazing bake club community going on over on Patreon? It's a brilliant way to support the channel if you sign up to become a member, and there's a couple of different tiers for you to choose from as well. So anywhere from the price of a cup of coffee, which is great, buy us a coffee, all the way up to a little bit more where you get cookies sent to you every month. So please head over to patreon.com/cupcakejemma to check out which tier might be right for you. There's loads of stuff involved. I reply to your messages, you can chat with me, you can chat with the team. We answer your baking questions, or sometimes your questions about life. So head over there, join us. We're really grateful to everyone who joins. And like I said, it's a brilliant way to support the channel and help us keep doing what we're doing. Hopefully you enjoy what we're doing. If you do, be a bake club member. Now the only downside to this icing is you need a little bit longer to prepare it, because we're going to start by making a paste, a flour paste on the hob, and that needs to cool down completely to room temperature before you start making your buttercream. And the paste is really easy. So I've got a medium-sized saucepan here, and into that I'm going to put my sugar. I'm also putting my flour, this is plain flour, and some sea salt, and I'm going to toast it for a couple of minutes just over a medium heat, just to cook the flour out a little bit. While it's toasting, you can also mix your vanilla in with your milk just so that that's ready to go. Once the flour's been toasting for a couple of minutes, you can add the milk. Just start with a little bit at a time, just whisking it all the time into a paste. And then when all of your milk is in there and it's all mixed thoroughly, you can turn the heat up a notch or two just to get that really heating up. Then keep it on the heat. It's going to take a few minutes, can take up to 10. You want to be whisking this all the time, or just stirring it constantly with a spatula to make sure that the bottom doesn't stick or catch or anything like that. And after a few minutes, it's going to thicken and it'll start to resemble a kind of a loose pudding. And when that happens, take it off the heat. Now we need to wait for this to cool down to room temperature. I'm going to try and speed that up by putting it into a shallow tin here. I'm also going to pour it through a sieve just to get rid of any like lumpy bits or bits of milk that are caught when you were cooking it. So you don't want this to form a skin, so I'm going to use some cling film and just apply it directly to the surface of my paste. I mean, it's not really a paste, it is more like a custard, and in the same way as custard, it will get a skin. So I need to cool this down to room temperature, but this is great because if you want to make this in advance, like a day or so in advance, so that then you're ready to make buttercream, you can do that. Just pop it into the fridge, but then when you're making your buttercream, make sure you bring it to room temperature, otherwise it's going to really solidify your butter when you start making the buttercream. But anyway, I'm just going to let that cool down. Now we're going to turn this into beautiful silky buttercream. We start by beating the butter just in exactly the same way as you would if you're making American buttercream. So you need to have squeezably soft butter to start with. Getting the butter to the right softness is the key to getting it really pale and fluffy. So on a medium-high speed, beat your butter either with the paddle attachment or you could use your balloon whisk. It doesn't really matter too much. It's going to take around 5 minutes, and you want to get it to the point where it's the palest it can be, almost white. Once it's super light and pale, you can start adding the flour paste you made earlier. So it's a little bit drippy, so just use a spoon, dollop it in a little bit at a time while the mix is still going around really, really quickly. And like I said before, this is why it's important that the paste is at room temperature so it doesn't clog up your butter and make it get firm again, otherwise you'll end up with a really lumpy buttercream. Once all of your paste has been beaten in, you should have a very silky, pale, delicious buttercream. And that's it. Really lovely, fluffy, silky, delicious buttercream. I think it really tastes like vanilla custard buttercream. I love it, and you can use it in loads of different ways. It's really good to fill crumb coat and top coat layer cakes with, for example. Also, it pipes really nicely, so it's a good one to use on your cupcakes or to decorate your layer cakes as well. Really, really nice. So please do give it a go. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, please do give it the thumbs up. Maybe even share it. Why not? And if you don't want to miss any of the Cupcake Jemma uploads, please make sure you're subscribed and you've clicked the notification bell so you get a little ding dong every time we upload a video, because we're going to be uploading a few more in the coming weeks. Don't want you to miss anything. I think that's it. Anyway, been lovely to have you here. Thanks so much for joining me. Better go and find something to do with this icing before I eat it all.